Yes, sir. All right, so I'm here to talk to you about my story of swagger. So, what is swag, right? And swag is all about confidence. And one thing about swagger, sometimes it does come off as arrogant. And I heard earlier a quote from Deion Sanders where he says, "Don't let my confidence upset your insecurity or offend your insecurity." And I think I was offended when he said that because, there's a part of us that don't want to be arrogant. We want to be confident, but we don't want to be boastful. We don't want to be arrogant. But when you're in a position where you're having to teach people how to have swagger, how to be confident, it can come off as arrogant because you're now putting yourself in a position that I am confident and I am the subject matter expert in that area. And when it comes to sales and projecting sales confidence, you really do have to be the expert and know that you are the product expert, that you are the solution, and that nobody else is really on your level when it comes to that sales topic. So today we're going to talk about what it takes to get that level of swagger, that level of confidence in your sales game. And I come from over 20 years of experience in sales, very much love sales. I always say, if I count since I started in 8, the 30 years, because I'm over 30, I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. I learned how to sell from my father. He was a pastor. He took me into the inner cities of Virginia. He had a mission church, this little church, like a chapel at Salvation Army. And he would take me to the different houses and we have to knock on doors. And for me, it brought this excitement and this exuberance to be able to knock on these doors and see if we can make a difference in someone's life. Is someone going to open the door? Who's it going to be? What are they going to say? And some people, they didn't open the door or shut the door in our face. But then there was these moments of miracles, of moments where you connect with someone and you can see the transformation right there in front of your face. So I became kind of intoxicated by this moment that you can create for people where you can change their lives. And I feel having sales confidence has everything to do with you knowing that you can impact other people's lives and help them have a transformation. Now, is a piece of bubble gum going to transform somebody's life? Well, it could. Right? If their breath is, kind of off and they're about to go speak to someone who is very important, if that breath is kicking, it's going to be a distraction, right? So having that piece of bubble gum can really make a big difference in somebody's life. So you have to be able to know that you're providing a solution for someone's challenge, for something that they need. And so sales swagger is about really knowing who you are and knowing with confidence that you can make an impact in someone's life. So I ask you today, what is stopping you from having the type of swagger that you need to close the deal? And I find that a lot of people are facing different challenges. It could be the introversion, and I always go there because I'm an extrovert and people say, "Oh, you're just so outgoing. It's so easy for you to sell." And I can understand why they would say that because, of course, I've been doing this for so long and I'm very confident. But introversion, how you gain your energy, just shows you how to maneuver in the sales world. It just is really helping you identify that, okay, maybe I won't have really high voice inflections. Maybe they'll be lower. Maybe I need to strategize and change my structure so that I can have these individual interactions. It's very important that you know yourself, and that's going to help you be a better salesperson. You're not going to be at every networking event all day long burning your energy if you're an introvert. You may pick these specific events where you can research who's going to be at those events so you can go into that event and be laser focused on how am I going to make that sale. And that's what really helps you to have confidence, knowing yourself and knowing how are you going to meet your goals and how are you going to attack your fears, your challenges. And really there's no excuse. I say there's no excuses. You can do it. I told my kids this throughout their whole life. They're probably very irritated by me at this point in their life. I'm like, no excuses. You can do it. And I just thought it was like this cute saying. But then as they've gotten older, I realized that it was definitely a mantra, that self-talk, those affirmations that you're telling someone. It's not that I can't do it. It's just figuring out how I can do it. So when I ask you what your fears are, then I also have to ask you, what are your desires? You know, what are your goals? What are the things that you really want to achieve in your sales? Are you trying to make it $1 million a year? How in the world are you going to do it, right? Our coach, he asked us, what is your financial goal for this year? How are you going to achieve it? So we had to sit back and introspect and ask ourselves, for one, what is holding us back? But now we have a goal. How are we going to attack it? And when are we going to attack it by? So having that timeline connected to our goals is what holds us accountable to accomplish everything we do with Swagger. Thank you.